Hey, it's Tippy from Inner Alchemist with another void teaching for you today. And in case you're not familiar with these series, I've put the link below to the other videos, particularly listen to the one first, that's the introduction. So today's is called Give and Receive, and it started with me seeing this flame in my mind's eye, and I wasn't clear exactly why I was getting this image, and then the Hebrew word for flame came, which is lahava, and I saw those letters being split into two other words, which means lahashem ba, meaning to the divine within you, to the God within you. And the voice continued to explain to me as follows. This is what it means to become impassioned, to be filled with a sense of God within you. Remember that this flame is the eternal flame. You may at times think that this flame has gone out, but know that the fire is always burning inside of you. Sometimes it's like a coal whose light you can barely see, but other times it's a roaring heat. It is meant to be felt in your heart. By meditating on your heart and the pulse that is always there, you may more easily attune yourself to this eternal, internal flame. God has designed your bodies in great wisdom, and the physical is indeed a metaphor for the spiritual, contained within your heart. Blood is pumped out, and blood returns back. You are meant to both give and receive in beautiful harmony and balance, and that outflow and inflow is always present, though usually outside of your awareness. Think of the problems you would experience if only one of those functions were present. You're meant to be givers and receivers in all things. Remember to keep this natural pulse in harmony. Why else were you given the commandment to give charity, which in Hebrew is tzedakah? And again, those same letters can be reconfigured to tzedek Hashem, the righteousness of God. And yes, it was explained to me, this is truly God's righteousness in the world, to give and to receive. This pulse was initially set in place in the very first moment of creation. And God is continually giving to you, breathing love into you, and constantly receiving as well. You were created so that God could experience the reception of love from you. And indeed, your very presence is a gift of love that God is constantly receiving. Even when you don't experience yourselves as loving, God does. It's time for you to give more, to give and to not fear what the result is going to be. And I asked, so how do I practice that? Because believe me, I was feeling fearful. Remember, I had no income coming in. And the answer came, has God ever abandoned you? God does not fear when giving to his or her children. Even when the return might be slow in coming, you all eventually return to God in your awareness. God's knowledge of that is so strong that the divine giving is as natural as your own breath. Practice giving with that same sense of certainty, of love, of giving without fear. It might take the form of money or of service, but make it a daily habit. Now, I have to say, this message, this download was very reassuring to me because I wasn't experiencing myself as a gift to God or even to myself, quite honestly. I was feeling pretty empty. Yet those words back then and even today remain very reassuring to me, and I hope they are for you as well. Feel free to leave your comments below and subscribe if you would like to check out more of the Void teachings or any of my other videos on this channel. I'd love to hear from you.